Okay, thank you all for tuning in. My name is Herve, as you may know, and on this channel I bring you cryptocurrency in the most simple form on the internet. Now, every other day I do tutorials and predictive analysis. I do research on other cryptocurrencies and I bring them on this channel. If this is what you're interested in, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel as we continue. Alright, also remember to turn on your notifications so that you get to be notified when I make a video of utmost importance. Alright, now we see that Bitcoin took a big dive. This is not something that we like. Like, no one likes to see this, but we can also say that we knew all along that Bitcoin could take this dive. I am not going to sit here and say that I knew that this is going to happen, so I am, say, kind of a prophet or something. I thought that we could go as low as $45,000. But what I did not know is that that could actually happen. Like, I was hoping that I am wrong. We went as low as $42,000. So this is not something we could be happy about. This wrecked a lot of people yesterday. These charts also tell me that we could see another dump. Now, I will explain all of what I had on here so that you fully understand what is going on. The other day I was making a video and I did not post it. You have to understand that I take a lot of risks when I try to make a video and say that we will go down, because there were a lot of people who kept on messaging me that, hey, what is going on? Are we still going to go down to 45,000? Should I invest now? And I was like, no, I can't tell you when to invest, but I do think Bitcoin will dump. All right. So when I say that we will go down, some people may not invest, hoping that Bitcoin will go low and they will buy it, or they will buy their cryptos cheap, because when Bitcoin goes down, every other crypto goes down with it. So if I'm saying that Bitcoin is going to go, less than 10% from here, some people may not buy, hoping that Bitcoin will go down and they will be able to buy their cryptos at a cheap rate. So it's kind of risky for me to say that Bitcoin is going to go down. Always remember that these are just my own opinions. Bitcoin is under no obligation to do exactly as I say. All right. In my, I think it's the previous video, or it is the video before that, I was thinking that Bitcoin could take off from about $56,000 when it went back up. That was my thought, but it did not. And so the other day I sat back here and I was like, but what if, and I did not post this video, I did not post it. If I bring it up now, it could be like I'm just trying to claim that I saw this coming, which of course does not help anybody. So I sat back here and I was like, what if this that happened here repeats itself here? So after this, which this is a bearish engulfing pattern, kind of. Normally it's not supposed to be a bearish engulfing pattern, but since the next candle responds to that as a bearish engulfing pattern right here, we can consider it a bearish engulfing pattern, because anyway this giant green candle did swallow the body of the next one, so it can be considered a bearish engulfing pattern. So what if this that happened here gave rise to this dump, and what if it is not the same thing happening here? Now, I wanted to post this video, but I thought that it could make some people sell, and the business of selling is very dangerous because you could sell the bottom. Now the price of Bitcoin is at $49,000, and we don't know for sure when Bitcoin might take off. Like, we could literally be at its brink of taking off right now. You can't know. All right. We can use all these patterns and all these charts to know when it might take off, or say it may take off, but you can't pinpoint that it will do exactly as you think it will. Yeah, so I was thinking that maybe the same thing that happened here, so this happened here, this also happened here, this followed this, so this green candle right here, this red candle right here followed after this engulfing pattern right here. What if we also have a giant red candle right here following the green, the bearish engulfing pattern right here? Now, if this is true, it will mean that December is not a good month, and January may not also be a good month. Yeah. If this is working according to this that I see right here, then December will not be a good month, and probably January will still not be a good month. Maybe, and I say this with all the no financial advice stuff, maybe what we are seeing here is the same thing that is going on here. Just maybe what we are seeing here is the same thing that is going on right here. And if this is true, then Bitcoin will continue to dump through the rest of this month. It means we have not even seen the bottom yet. It means we may as well go down to $30,000 or even less. As of now, the charts are telling me that we may go to $37,000. And I will explain all of that in a bit. But it is funny that we were thinking that December we will continue to go up and get a blow off top, maybe say in March or February, something like that, and the dump comes in December. Like, no one expected this. I thought that Bitcoin could come down as low as $47,000, but I did not know that, or $45,000, but I did not know that this could actually be it. Could it be that this rally right here was the top? Could it be? Like, we always have to consider everything in crypto. There is no certainty here. If you see anyone online telling you, oh, I think this must happen this way, no, then it's not, it's false. It's false, okay? What if this was the top? That's the question we always have to ask ourselves. And this is the reason why you hear everyone in cryptocurrency, everyone talking about crypto, or any investment class whatsoever, always saying that this is not supposed to be taken as financial or investment advice. Cryptocurrency is a very, very volatile and risky asset. It is never the same price at a given time. It is always fluctuating. That is volatility, by the way. So if this is it, if this that we saw here is repeating itself here, if this that we saw here is repeating itself here, then we will have then we have a massive crash ahead of us. And it means that what we just saw was the preamble of what is to come. That's what it means. It means that December will not be great. Like, it won't be good at all. And perhaps January might kick off. Maybe. But as we go into the rest of the month and say till to the end of the month, if we don't have a serious correction going to the upside, then we are doomed. Now, I'm not trying to scare anybody here. I'm trying to be as objective as possible. That's how I am in crypto. And as I've always said, never you invest your entire life savings in crypto, no matter how sure you are of the markets. Never you do that, because this can dump at any moment. It can dump at any moment. It can dump at any moment. This is not supposed to be taken lightly. All right, so be very careful with the markets because it can dump at any moment and you are left, you know, like damn. Let's look at the weekly time frame here. We see that we have some sort of spinning top right here now. So this week, if we continue to see this line go right back up, then perhaps in the next coming week it may be a bit better. But if we go to the monthly time frame, right here, it's not saying something good. Honestly, this is not good. Like, this is not good. So will I be selling? Hell no. I won't. I will not be selling. Like, you could come right here and say Bitcoin goes to 40 to say 50,000 to 51,000 and you think maybe it will dump again and you sell. The next day Bitcoin goes up 10% or 20%. That is very realistic in the crypto markets. So once you have made your decision and you have bought and you know that you can leave without the money that you invested, then just hold. That is the best, say, not financial advice of course, but that's the best thing to do. If you have assets like Chainlink, Atom, Terra, these are blue chip cryptocurrencies. If you have even a microcap like Stratos, this is a very powerful cryptocurrency. So something like Stratos, I could hold it through the bear market. Honestly, I could, because I know the team, I know the investors behind the project, and I know how hard the project is working. They even have bi-weekly reports every week that they give on Telegram, that they give on Medium. So it's a very serious project. I will be gathering my bags in that project till, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 years. So it's not something that I'm joking about. But there are a lot of projects that if you hold them, it may be wise to not hodl them through the bear market. It's not wise to even hodl anything through the bear market. But that's just what I think. If we, instead of this dump, if we had a massive pump, then we will start thinking of selling later on. All right, we'll start thinking of selling, but what we are seeing now is not great. It's not great. If you look here, you will see the 50-day moving average in the daily time frame curving to come down. So anyway, it may as well just curve here and you have something like this here. So it does not mean that it will definitely come down here. All right, so yeah. So do I still think Bitcoin will go up? That's the question many people are asking me. Do I still think Bitcoin will go up? Of course, I do think it will go up. In fact, I think this is a shake-off. Many people think of it as a crash, and yes, in reality, it is a crash. But I think this is a shake-off. I did say, and I've been saying in my previous videos, ever since I talked about a ginormous crash coming, I've been saying that it will be so massive that many people will not be able to hold. And mark my words, from now henceforth, you'll be hearing a lot of people only talking about things that should take you out of the markets. There will be a lot of people telling you about this new disease that is coming, or this new crisis that is about to come, or this new anything new just to make you sell. And this is what institutions want. This is what institutions want. They want us all to sell. And always remember, each time you are selling a cryptocurrency, there is someone at the other end of the bargain buying. So the question you should be asking yourself, in this type of crash, why should someone be buying? We understand that if we are going up, if we were rushing up here and you sell, someone buys, it's understandable that that person thinks the crypto will continue to go up. But if it crashes like this, and this is a ginormous crash, of course, so if it crashes like this onto about, say, this is like 42,000, yeah, 42,400. So yeah, this is about a 38% crash. So why would someone be buying when it crashed by 38%? That's the question you always have to ask yourself before you decide to sell your crypto. When you want to buy, ask yourself, why would someone decide to sell it to you? It's exactly like buying something that is already used. So when you are buying, why is the person selling? You always have this reason for sale, yeah? So why would someone be buying here? Because the fact that the price is fluctuating here means people are buying and people are selling. But here we've been seeing some indecision here on the daily time frame. Here you'll see some indecision taking place here. The price isn't moving much, so people are confused. Should I be buying? So should I be selling? That's what is going on in the markets right now. Always remember that these candlesticks show you market emotions. These are not just for fancy with the green and red color. They show you exactly what people are thinking, what is going on. This long wick right here means that people saw an opportunity and decided to take it. So who is taking an opportunity after a 38% crash? That is what we should be most concerned about. Why are people buying? Why are they buying? And this week right here, let's measure how long that week is in percentage. That week is 16%. It takes about $12.5 million to move the price of Bitcoin by 1%. This has taken about $200 million to move the price like this fast. Yeah? Now it could be more. It's not exact. But this must have taken at least $200 million to move this price right here. To move the price of Bitcoin to this right here. So why would some people or groups of people or companies or institutions want to buy something that is crashing terribly? So why would they buy? That's the question you have to be asking yourself. And when you realize why they are buying, then you will not want to sell. Because they know that this thing, this asset, will eventually go up. I have said it before and I will say it again. One Bitcoin will one day be worth $100 million. This will happen someday. I don't know when, but it will happen. One Bitcoin will one day be worth $100 million. So we can see here, this is on the daily time frame, remember? Now we can see here that this was the last crash in May and we came to this falling wedge right here. Now, some people still have problems with understanding these words, so I would just be explaining. The thing is, when I make videos, and these videos are just basically explanatory videos, these videos don't do well. Like, even these technical analysis videos, they still do not do well. The videos that do well are those that I do research on cryptos and I come and talk about them. And those also take a lot of time for me to research. Because Saito, for example, I had to read about 14 pages to understand the white paper, and Stratos, I read 49 pages to understand it. And remember, I have to read it, understand it, to be able to explain it. So it's not just like you're just reading for fun. You are reading to explain it to another person, which means you have to translate it into your own words. So it takes a lot of time for me to do that. And just coming here, making videos and explaining words don't do well. So I will just be explaining each time I talk about it. This way we can both learn and understand something different at the same time. Alright, so we have this falling wedge right here. So this is like a wedge, yeah, and it is falling down this way. That is why it's called a falling wedge. Now you notice that this falling wedge spiked up here, like we had a boost here, and from there we bounced up from here, which was a crash, of course, and we went up here. Now this bounce here gives us a support. So this is the support line that built up from here, right from July. All right. So this built up from here in July, and we had the support here. This was September. All right. Now we came here and we did not bounce off the support, and that was the problem. We closed below the support. This was the problem, and this is still the problem. Now, the way I see this, I will look at this. I will look at the entire price pattern right now as an ascending wedge. So this is opposite to this. This is a descending wedge where we have price going up, right? And we have an ascending wedge where we will have price coming down like this. Yeah? And now the problem, and what I think is particularly annoying actually, because when I make predictions that Bitcoin will go as low as this, it does not mean that I really want Bitcoin to go that low. Yeah, I may want Bitcoin to go that low when I have some fiat so that I can buy my cryptos cheap. But when I don't really have fiat, I don't want Bitcoin to go low. But when I see it, I will talk about it because I am objective about the way I do my stuff. But it's generally, I don't want the market to be crashing. Yeah, I am optimistic. I am a crypto maximalist. I want crypto to succeed. I don't want this to fail. So, but if we look here, these falling wedges, yeah, to calculate how far the price will go up if it breaks above this resistance line, you have to take the distance between here and here, which is the largest part of, or the widest opening of that wedge, and put this, your stuff that you measured, where the price just broke out. Yeah. Now you calculate this. This will give you $45,000. Yeah. Now, if you can draw a line like this, yeah, if you can draw a very straight line like this, yeah, so this line right here will be a very strong zone of resistance and a strong zone of support. Hopefully you understand. A strong zone of resistance means that it will take some time for the price to go above it, and a strong zone of support means that it will take some time for the price to go below it. If you notice, you will see that the 200-day moving average is just kind of like at the same point with our line, which means the 200-day moving average, now the 200-day moving average is the green line that we see right here like a green snake. Now this 200-day moving average means that the market has decided, or the market generally agrees, that the price of Bitcoin, or say this is the average price of Bitcoin in the past 200 days, which means the market in the past 200 days have agreed that Bitcoin should be worth about, take note of the word about $45,000 to $46,000. All right, so it's just an average of the past 200 days, and the red line here is the 50-day moving average. So the market in the past 50 days have agreed that Bitcoin should be worth about this here is $60,000. Yeah. And this right here, let me get these ones out. My dogs are barking. This right here is the 20-day moving average, and this tells us that the market in the past 20 days has agreed that Bitcoin should be worth about $54,000. So hopefully you understand. Now when we look here, we see that Bitcoin broke above our resistance or support line right here. Yeah, it broke above it. It came and it also broke below it right here when it closed below it. It broke above it. It closed below it, and we came right here and we went up again for another rally. Now keep in mind that if you were invested here, this crash or this candle right here looks exactly like this one hit right here. So many people here would have sold out, And if they told you here to invest, you will say no because you think the market will continue to crash. And when it crashed again until here, you'll be like, yeah, I said so, and so Bitcoin is nothing. I will never invest in this. And behold, Bitcoin goes up right here. So if you invested somewhere around here and your money crashed down to like here, someone who is weak would have sold here. All right, not knowing that this is exactly where Bitcoin will take off from. So I'm talking too much. All right, now please, if you like this video, please I'm begging, give it a thumbs up, comment down below. If you can share it with a friend, that will make my day, because I do this just because, well, sometimes I'm looking at this chart and I talk to myself. So, and I think it's weird. Some people think it's weird. I think it's weird. Yeah, it's weird. But that's why I make these videos. That's why I started a TikTok account, because, well, I usually do this and I talk, and soon we will start doing live. Like, I'll start going live soon. Just not prepared for that at the moment. But anyway, if you like this video, please give it a like, comment down below. It will help out the channel and it will make me understand that I'm not just wasting my time here. All right, I will be very grateful for that. So what I see here is that Bitcoin came down a falling wedge, went into an ascending wedge, and it broke the ascending wedge right here at this point. Yeah, so you can see that this point right here was where Bitcoin broke our ascending wedge. So this is the ascending wedge. Now, when it breaks the ascending wedge, you have to calculate the distance of the widest part of the ascending wedge and measure it here. So when you calculate this distance, this is it. When you calculate this distance, now note that calculating the distance means that you take where the price meets the wedge, like here, and where it meets the wedge again here. You can't go directly up like this. You have to go like this. Yeah. So from this point here to this point here, and then you pull your, say, ruler, and you put it right there. So the end of the ruler should be at where Bitcoin broke the ascending wedge, and that now should give us a price target of about $37,434. I assure you, when you understand this and when you can predict what will happen to the markets, it does not bother you anymore, because you knew what you know what will happen. It's not like it takes you by surprise. If you think, or if you want that Bitcoin should go to, say, $100,000, and you got some, say, $10,000 invested, or $1,000 invested, this will make you so optimistic that when it does not go up, it's like it broke your heart. So it is good to understand that it can go up just as well as it can go down, right? And you have to do all of your analysis, basing these analysis purely on the charts. Yeah, your analysis should have nothing to do with your feelings. Quite frankly, I thought Bitcoin would take off from about here, and this was because I was watching a lot of news, people saying that Bitcoin will go up, and I forgot my own analysis. So learn how to trust yourself. One of the reasons why I like teaching, like I like explaining stuff, is because I want people to make their own decisions. All right, you're not on this channel to just hear me say Bitcoin will go down to $37,000 and you believe it and you're like, yeah, it must go down there. No, just understand, even if it will take some time, of course, but as you continue to watch these videos, it will become like, you will become used to it, and you will know that, okay, if this happens, then this should happen. And when I'm talking about something, you know exactly what I'm going to say next. All right, so my next price target for Bitcoin is about $37,000, and I think Bitcoin could come, if it comes to $37,000, it can also go as low. And why do I say as low? Because when we do this price measurement, when we do this price measurement and we know that Bitcoin left from here, Bitcoin left from here, and then we take our Fibonacci extension here, we go right down to the price target right here, Then we can see the resistance and support levels, say the golden ratios of the Fibonacci retracement levels. Yeah. All right. Let's space that out a bit so that we can see it. So we see the 0.618, 0.5, and 0.38, and these are the strongest golden ratios. Yeah. So if it breaks below this 0.38, we are headed for doom. All right. So if it actually comes and confirms this price target, we may continue to go down. All right. We may continue to go down. Now, I say this, and some people might feel very sad that Bitcoin is dumping. Oh, I lost all my money and all of this. I have learned how to see my crypto holdings as my money. If I have one Ethereum, this Ethereum to me is worth a lot more. So I look at how much it will be worth in 10 years from now. That's why I don't get bothered by what is happening today. If Bitcoin goes to $2 today, it will mean absolutely nothing to me, because I know that in some years to come, Bitcoin will be worth, say, $5 million. If you have this long-term mindset, these daily price movements will mean nothing to you. In fact, you will be angry because you don't have enough fiat to perhaps buy more. That should be the reason why you are angry or you are feeling sad that the market's dumped. It shouldn't be you lost your money. That should not be the case, except you are leverage trading, which of course is not really advisable. So when I look at all of this, it means absolutely nothing to me. The only thing that could make me sad is if I don't have enough fiat to buy the dip. That is the only thing that could make me sad. It's not about the markets dipping, because sincerely I want it to dip even more so that I can buy. All right. If it could dip right down to, I was talking about Stratos the other day. I said that if Stratos goes to $1, I will be buying Stratos for $10,000. Because I know what Stratos could be worth in 5 years, in 10 years, in 15 years, in 20 years. So I look far, and I'm targeting the 20-year period, the 30-year period. All right? If you're into crypto because you want to buy a Lamborghini, you want to buy a Ferrari, well, that's you, and that's perfectly okay. Everyone has his own or her own definition of happiness. So if you are fantasizing about a Ferrari and you want to drive it when you are young, you want to go clubbing, that's you, and it's perfectly okay. But if you have this long-term mindset in crypto, all of this that we see here will mean absolutely nothing to you. The only reason why we look at the Bitcoin charts now and we are monitoring it is because we don't want to go into the bear market with all of our money invested in crypto. We want to be able to have some capital to buy in the bear market. But if you hodl through the bear market, you will not have capital, or say enough capital, to buy in the bear market. And one more thing that I wanted to say before I close this video, I will make another shorter one if some serious price action kicks in later. But one more thing that I wanted to say is, if you have $10,000, that is, say, your net capital, that's how much you are worth, never you invest all of it in crypto. Never. Keep like $2,000 with you and never invest it in crypto. Always have a base. Say if crypto goes to zero tomorrow, if it goes to zero today, have something that you can begin life with. Yeah? Because all that we are doing here, measuring these charts, we do not really know what the future holds. We may be thinking that Bitcoin will go to $100 million, as I believe it will go, and I'm very firm in that belief. But what if I'm wrong? All right? What if I'm wrong? What if it doesn't? So always think of that. Always think of, say, the what if. The what if is what you're supposed to be looking at before you buy a crypto, and it is also what you're supposed to be looking at before you sell a crypto. All right? Anyway, I hope you're okay. I hope everyone is good, because so many people are scared right now. Everyone is running away from the markets. When the markets are crashing, people start to run away. When the market starts to go up, people start to come into the market to buy in the green candles. No, my friends. This is where you are supposed to be buying. If you had to buy, this will be it. When it came right down to $42,000, and Bitcoin, if it goes to $100,000, that would be more than 2x on your money. And Bitcoin is by far the most safe cryptocurrency. So when the markets are crashing, if you are not invested yet in crypto, then consider this a blessing from heaven. All right? See you guys later. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I will see you in the next video.